Alas, do you hear them? The angels. Am I in heaven? Nope. Finally, we get the best 22 pistol and a platform that doesn't make you age 10 years whenever you clean it. Today, we're looking at the Ruger Mark IV. Most, if not all of you, have heard about the Ruger Mark series. Whether it be the Ruger Mark I from 1949, also known as the Ruger Standard Model, to the Mark II from 1982, and the Mark III from 2004. These Ruger 22 semi-auto pistols are a legacy, 68 years in the making. About a year ago, the newest pistol, the Mark IV, was released and included the biggest change since its release shortly after World War II. Initially, the standard model had the Luger-style grips. Later, the 1911 grip style was added to the equation, but one thing remained the same. One thing that has just about been the defining characteristic of the series of pistols. No, it's not the ray gun aesthetic with the tapered barrel, and it's not the flashy 2245 lights that have emerged. It's the takedown. Field stripping the Mark series is notoriously painful. Alas, may Bill Ruger himself rest in peace with the release of the Mark IV. While maintaining every aesthetic change over the last 60 or so years, the Mark IV redesigns the long-standing takedown of the Mark series and makes it so simple that even people that claimed the earlier variations were easy to take down have no choice but to shut up and wish they could have just gotten a Mark IV years ago. This is the Ruger Mark IV box. Now, gone has the way of the hard plastic unless you get a Ruger revolver, which I actually prefer. We have this cardboard box with the nice stylized branding of the Ruger logo and the specific gun that you're getting in it. Inside you'll see a foam topping to help prevent any kind of damage during shipping. A little leaflet that once again outlines the Shop Ruger website. And under this flap you will see an extra magazine, a bushing to remove the right ejection port side safety, as well as a standard cable lock with any kind of new firearm purchase that you may make. Here we have the newest iteration of the Ruger Mark series. This is the Ruger Mark IV. The specific one, the Ruger Mark IV Lite. In order to disassemble this, put the gun on safe, push in that rear takedown button, then pivot the barreled action up and off of the frame. From here the bolt will slide out the rear, and that's how you ultimately will take it down. To put it back together, put the bolt back in, put the barreled action back on that pivot pin, and push it down. This specific model is the 2245 Lite. These include a ported barrel shroud which protects the inner barrel and reduces weight by about 30% to similar barrel-length models. The Lite and Tactical have Picatinny pre-mounted to the top of the action, making them perfect for mounting a red dot. Don't worry though, all models are pre-drilled and tapped for the rail. They just don't come pre-installed or with the pistols themselves. The Tactical and the Lite versions also have a 1/2x28 threaded barrel. This makes it possible to add a compensator or a suppressor right out of the box. Thanks for checking out the Ruger Mark IV. Next week on the podcast we'll be covering a whole slew of things that we never really anticipated and overall just winging it. Hope to see you then.